hello, and welcome. This show doesn't have a name. Perhaps one will present itself at a later date. My name is Rich. I'm playing Champions Online, a superhero MMO that was released in 2009. And the character I'm playing is Technical Issues, an electricity superhero. The purpose of this stream is to go through the story or stories that this game is telling and take our time to absorb those stories. Perhaps overthink them a little bit, as I have been doing. Most recently, I helped out Project Greenskin and in Burnside. We are currently in the Southern Desert, which I understand to be in the US somewhere, probably Arizona, because this is the site of some heavy nuclear testing, which has resulted in some mutants, because in this superhero universe, radiation does not kill you, it mutates you and diminishes mental capacity and increases aggression, apparently. Currently what we're doing, or what we have been doing, is helping out the creator, or Tyrell Donaldson, of Snake Gulch, which was an amusement park largely filled with robotic cowboy townsfolk. However, recently, or some amount of time ago anyway, this universe's version of Cobra, Venom, somehow subverted the robots. I'm not entirely clear on how, unless the robots have some... I wonder if this is a mission entrance. It might be at some point. Unless they have some wireless capability, every robot would have to have been captured individually and subverted, unless they have a technopath or something on, unless Viper have access to a technopath, which I mean, they might do. It's not one of the power sets available in the game, but they might have the ability to alter programming. They might have a person, access to a person who has the ability to alter robotic programming at a distance, which is kind of a dangerous power set in a universe or in a world with a lot of computers. Anyway, I've been told, amongst the other things that I have to do, the other missions, I've been told to talk to Dr. Greg Link, so we shall do that. Kid, I've been on the front lines against Grund and Viper, and if you ask me, Viper is the more dangerous of the two. Viper is determined to catch Grund, and if they can't, they intend to design new Grunds. So Grund, from the evidence, well, first of all, Grund is a kind of mindless, destructive Hulk version for this universe, with forearms and big tusks, and from information I have inferred that we've been presented by the game, my understanding is that Grund may have been a member of an underground mole man race called the Grundlings. Grund himself and the other Grundlings that we see on the surface are mutants. They've been affected by the radiation of the nuclear testing that was done in this area in the 50s. Oh, it turns out that Greg Link has a robotic leg and at least a robotic hand. So I'm sure that I could make some tasteless jokes about him and his job, but I shall decline. Good to see you, technical issues. Out of the fire, into the freezer. Let's get information about him. Premise scientist from Project Greenskin, working diligently to understand the science behind Viper's grunt-catching operation. Well, I don't know that it's that difficult. I mean, last time... Was it last time? 2 shows ago, I think. We were helping out over here. A guy wanted to test a Grundling mind control device, which seemed to work, at least for a little while. Anyway, the RCMP has put out a call for superheroic help in Canada. If you've got the time, technical issues, Lieutenant Robert Mackenzie could use a hand with a local group called the Hunter Patriots up north in Canada. Oh, okay, so he's sending us to Canada. And this is an actual mission for here. Dr. Timothy Blank, head of Viper's Grond Research. Oh, why isn't that capitalized? Seems to have lost faith that his Grond hunters will capture their quarry. He's ordered some troops to kidnap tourists, and Blank's going to use his experimental Grond serum on them. The southwestern desert needs more Gronds like it need a hole in the head. That needs pluralization. The Project Stein Viper base is in the southern Sidewinder's Spur, due south of Snake Gulch. The captives are being held in cages in a pit at the center of the base. Okay. Well, we've been there already. Last time. When we visited down here. Oh, did this send us over here? Anyway, we visited down here on just a mission that we happened upon to stop some Kular, who are insectoid aliens. I don't know whether I should be assuming that viewers have been watching and will know what I'm talking about, or whether I should assume that... Well, that's deeply awkward. Just straight into the radioactive wastes. Or whether I should continue to explain things as though any potential watcher is new, doesn't know what I might be talking about. I'm curious about what this special part is. And I still need a gunslinger targeting sensor because I don't have one of those. And apparently, once I've done those things, I will get, probably get a sidekick who's a gunslinger robot. Alphonse Brachia, a professor. Boy, am I glad to see you. I'm just a Millennium City College geology professor. How'd I get mixed up with cowboy robots on Viper? How indeed. Incredible. This is a sample of neutronium, the densest material known to science. It's normally only found in collapsed stars, but strangely bits of it have been discovered around the desert recently. And you say the sphere you saw was large? Fascinating. I'm frankly surprised it hasn't sunk to the center of the Earth. Well, I will have to analyze this sample thoroughly. Thank you. Neutronium nightmare. Let's get some info. Millennium College Millennium City College geology professor who has come to the southwestern desert on a research trip. Okay, that doesn't really tell us very much about him, does it? That his opening spiel didn't, at least. For some strange reason, this area of the desert is seeded with traces of neutronium, a strange kind of matter normally only seen in collapsed stars. I thought I'd found a source of it, but Viper drove me off and stole my sample. My soul sample. I've since noticed Viper patrols following a long route back to their Project Stein base. If you think Viper has a presence here now, wait until word about neutronium gets out. If you could defeat those thieves and recover a sample, it may be enough to scare them off. Do you think you could recover a sample, not his sample? The entirety of his sample that was stolen in the first place? Because if I don't take all of it, it's still going to attract people. Anyway, do you think you can do it? Technical issues? I have to warn you, it's much heavier than it looks. Well, I have a subspace storage compartment, so it's fine. Viper will protect their neutronium thieves well, so you might want to bring a friend or two along to take on that patrol. Well, I'm probably going to be fine. I'm over-leveled for it. Millennium City College loaned me their Fluxgate magnetometer, but it got stolen from me by a posse of love-struck robot cowboys. I need that magnetometer for geological surveying, while those crazy robots are planning a shotgun wedding. Have they fallen in love with the lab equipment? Get it back for me. Go to the main entrance of Snake Gulch and head down the stairs. Head northwest from there to Lover's Lookout, down to in the theme park, and you'll find it there. Okay, so... here is leader of the Neutronium posse himself. Let's go. No, I can only have one of those. Okay. From the datapad you found, it looks like Viper particle physicists are trying to turn Dr. Blank's formula into a radioactive biological agent. Then they'll launch missiles of the stuff into the atmosphere, unless you get bomb codes to stop the missile launches. We did see missile silos in the Viper base last time. You can get the codes from the physicists within Project Stein's base, but you can find others around the missile silos in southern Sidewinder's Spur. Surely it should be possible. I mean, some of the missiles are poking up out of the ground. Surely it should be possible to just zap the warheads. I also want... the entrance. Stairs. Well, these aren't stairs, but still. Oh, they've got an elevator. That's good. Accessibility and so on. Although that's an odd layout for an elevator. There's a door here and a door here. Okay, so southwest. This is north, as indicated by this. So, there it is. I suppose that's... No, that's not southwest. what this is. So where exactly is... Oh no, I've already done that mission. Did I just pick the thing up? Received Fluxgate magnetometer. Yeah, okay. Seems like I did. So... over here are some people from Viper who are trying to capture Grond. I'm sure that'll go well for them. Ooh, these guys are kind of high level. I could probably take them. But I don't know where the Grond hunting blind might be. Oh, here we are. I can't be bothered trying to rearrange my mission listings, so I'll just come and do this mission first. Machinists. Viper is working hard to get some abandoned missiles they found in the desert working again. These orders for their bomb technicians show just how tight their schedule is to get the missiles operational. Any disruption might be enough to throw their whole operation into disarray, and putting a few bomb techs in the infirmary should do the trick. Yeah. The strange call is from Panicked Tourist in Snake Gulch. They may need help. You can start by investigating the location that was transmitted to the cell phone. It shows the tourists in the northernmost portion of Snake Gulch on the second tier. Proceed with caution. Okay. Also got some other dudes here. Oh, this is Grunt Hunters again. Oh, there's the tourist area. Okay. Well, be quicker on a jet bike. not at the correct location? Apparently I need to be here. Alright then. Why can I target these guys? Right, that's fine. Someone's going to get hurt. Mister, I'd put a bullet in your belly even if I wasn't reprogrammed for evil. Oh, that's the townsfolk. Someone's going to get hurt. You've fallen into our trap. Victory for Viper. Once more, Viper outwits the forces of good. Okay. I mean, not really. Of course I'm going to go and help someone who says they need help. That's why I'm doing this. That's the main purpose of... That doesn't mean that you've outwitted me. It just means you spotted a pattern. Also, it didn't do any good, did it? Even with a crowd more of dudes in stealth, didn't actually help you defeat me, did it? Oh, that sounds like fun, doesn't it? Ah, here's another grunt hide. And I got one more to take down. Ooh, what's going on over here? Viper against superhuman criminals. Escapees, it looks like. Escapees from Stronghold, the highest security supervillain prison in the entire world. Fear your fears first and defeat the nasty nightmares surrounded by this malevolent mentalist. Okay. I knew there was going to be a breakout from Stronghold. In games like this, you don't include a prison unless you're going to have prisoners escape from it. That was the stuff I needed. Or he had the stuff I needed. can assure you, I didn't shoot the deputy. I electrocuted him. Currently, we are searching for deputies so that we might steal, well, not steal, confiscate, I suppose. A mechanical preacher, I've not fought one of them before. We're taking tin stars from the deputies. The roughest, toughest hombres. Oh, this is still, looks like they've got one description for 1 health bar enemies, so, henchmen. 1 description for 2 health bar enemies, villains, and then a 3rd description for master villains, or 3 health bar enemies. I don't remember noticing the double XP bonus. There may be one I can pick up in Millennium City, but I haven't been back there for a while. So I guess I should do that and pick it up. Oh, cool. Okay, well, I will transport myself to the jet, the super jet that will take me there. Thanks for letting me know, and welcome to the show. I hope this is interesting for you, if nothing else. It usually is only for a weekend or so, I think. I mean, well, I guess we'll find out. Oh. There's a Foxbat event going on. Things are heating up in Millennium City. Defender and I need all of the assistance we can muster. To better help you fight the threats facing the city, I can use ancient rites to boost the rate at which your powers grow. The effect is only temporary, but it can help you unlock new potential. If the effect wears off, return here. I will refresh the boost if I haven't been called away. Double XP boost. It lasts for 4 hours. And I can renew it. There we go. This is just information about her. So it looks like the buff lasts for 4 hours. I don't know if they've had buffs that last longer. Yeah, I would usually use it if I were making a new character. I have a few character ideas that I might try out, and I think, you know, I don't know whether it counts down whilst you're logged out or not. I have a few character ideas that I'd like to build, and some characters that aren't max level yet. Well, quite a few characters. Most of my characters are not max level yet, and I would like to get them there. But I mean, with this character, it's not really such a priority, because I don't think you can. The vehicles come in, like there are a few vehicles in this model, but with different color palettes. If you use this to change all powers colors, it will change the colors of the attacks that your vehicle uses, but it won't change like the visual design, like the color palette of your vehicle, unfortunately. It's so if you have the money to invest in lots of vehicles, I suppose you could find several that match your character, or find one that matches your character costume. Yeah, I discovered the thing with all power color change affecting vehicle powers by accident, and usually I don't really care whether it happens or not, so I don't do it deliberately, because I'm not usually playing flying a vehicle. And also, I mean, you can't be a vehicle indoors anywhere unless you do something silly like I did, where I created a transformer character and matched the colors to one of the vehicles that I already had, and what did I do? I named the character the same name as the vehicle, so it was a mastodon-like hover tank that is enclosed, and so I mean, you can't get the colors perfectly right, and you can't get the materials of the surfaces perfectly right, but I think it was close enough. So I looked like a transformer, although in the game, like, there's a transformer costume piece set, except it's called variable robot, to avoid copyright, I assume. How many? Six or seven. Okay, so I'm nearly there. That's weird. Where have they gone? They try and follow a dude who ran off. Oh, there. That guy. Well done, technical issues. But you think... Oh, I didn't read the text for the other one. Aha, you've gathered all the parts. Yeah, the place is full of all sorts of dudes that mean you no good at all. Not just the grundlings. But Viper's here as well, and there are some escapees from Stronghold, the superhero prison. And I don't know what's going on over here. I mean, I assume that we'll find out eventually, but I haven't been sent there yet. I don't know what's going on over here either, but this is Viper's zone, and I think, well, we're certainly going to be going there soon. I don't know if we're going to go there immediately, because there might be some more missions here, but so I had missed out reading quest text or mission text. Aha! You've gathered all the parts. Fantastic. Hand me that wrench. It's time to get to work. Whatever you do, don't tell the robot cowboys what year it is. They think they are real cowboys living in 1864. Oh yeah, Area 51 is a mission, like a team mission zone, I think, that you can only access if you... Or am I confusing that with DCUO's Area 51 thing? Yeah, there are some areas that are quite large, not the same size as like this area, this outside area, but there are some areas that are very large, that have like one mission arc through them. So there's one in the jungle of South America where you only fight Viper, and there's another in Canada where which is a huge, like a huge reference to The Thing by John Carpenter. Yeah, I think once I've done as much story as I can find in this, I might move to another superhero MMO, so DCUO, because it is possible to play City of Heroes on a few private servers or like fan-run servers like Homecoming, but you're not really allowed to stream that because it's fan-owned, not official. Well done, technical issues. But do you think Viper has learned a lesson from this? My guess is no. Probably. Hey, leveled up. Oh, there's even more missions here. Good work. Of course, we still have to deal with Grund when he comes around, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Let's get the wrecking. Oh, we get both. Okay, nice. Done all of his missions. There's a dude over here who wanted me to get back some of his lab equipment and samples. Thanks for returning the neutronium pebble to me. Technical issues. It's supposed to be like, how big is this pebble? It's supposed to, he's told me that neutronium is the densest material known to science. I mean, other than a black hole, I suppose. How is he holding it? Did I hand him a box with it in or something? I'll contact the USGS immediately and Primus as well. That should shake up those thieving snakes and also guarantee me tenure at Millennium City College. Well, nice bonus for you, I suppose. Thanks for bringing my Fluxgate magnetometer back to me, intact and unspoiled. I'll return this to the Millennium City College Geology Department the moment I get back. Okay, and I'm done with his stuff. I think there's still a couple more things to do for Tyrell Donaldson. And then we can go and just beat the crap out of Viper. The cowboy robots in Snake Gulch weren't much different from any other machine. Cars, MP3 players, toasters. At least not until they had personality chips installed in them. I've done this one already. I can't tell you how much it breaks my heart to see what Viper is doing with my robotic creations. The worst offense, surely, is the upgrades Viper weaponsmiths are equipping them with. These robots, were supposed to be friendly and fun, not murder machines. You can find the weaponsmiths on the east side of Snake Gulch, at the junkyard, the repair station, below on the lower tiers, and into the canyon to the north. Just beat those guys up and destroy the weapons crates. Okay, I can do that. Metal Maiden Menaced. All my creations are special, but my favourite robot in Snake Gulch has got to be Belle Steel. I programmed her to be like a daughter to me, and I can't bear to see her in jeopardy. So I ordered her to stay in her saloon near the entrance to the abandoned roller coaster ride. Could you check on her? Go down the ramp entrance to the east and continue east down the next ramp. Okay. So it's interesting that he refers to these as ramps, but others have referred to them as stairs. Oh, these guys haven't been affected. That's interesting. Oh, and you can just pick up tables to presumably chuck them around. What's this? Bargain Bill. Bargain Bill is the mechanical merchant of Snake Gulch. Once there were copies of him at every vendor booth, but now the only one left is here, in Belle Steel's saloon. He'll only accept Snake Gulch stage bucks for his wares. I don't think I have any of those. But it doesn't look like it matters, because he'll accept normal influence tokens anyway. Is there a... Aha. Hello, weary traveller. I am Sister Sata, formerly priestess of Mechanon and ex-advocate of the painful death of all organic life. I have since seen the error of my ways, but absolution is not easy when you have a remote backup. We saw something from Mechanon in Millennium City. There was an ATM machine, an ATM, that was spitting out anti-human propaganda. Sister Sata, or Sata, was once one of Mechanon's faithful, preaching the word of the machine to the renegade cowboy robots of Snake Gulch. Since then, she's repented her evil ways, but she still can't forgive herself for spreading Mechanon's hate-filled beliefs. So, when did that happen? Were we supposed to have done something about that? Were we supposed to have fought Mechanon already? Or has someone else converted her? The core beliefs of the Church of Mechanon is that machines are superior to organic life. If you accept that, then Mechanon argues that all resources used up by organic life could be better used by machines. Mechanon takes this argument as far as it can go, right out to the end of the universe. Since the laws of thermodynamics state that entropy can only rise, that puts a time limit on the useful energy of the universe. So, every moment that organic life is around wasting energy that could be better used by machine could be better used by machine life, is a moment directly stolen from the future of machines and accelerates the end of the universe. And if you believe all that, then I have a deal for you on a slightly used theme park. I mean, ultimately, it doesn't matter. Why does Mechanon preach specifically painful death for organic life? Mechanon hates organic life and says that it must all be destroyed, painfully. Mechanon says that this is because pain is one of organic life's worst flaws. Instead of a useful damage readout, Organics get negative reinforcement through pain. This makes them afraid of the source of pain, and when they're afraid, they make mistakes and are overcautious. All things that can be used against them. Apparently Mechanon has never heard of BDSM. Sounds all logical, right? Well, it's all waste oil. Mechanon doesn't want to cause pain because it's logical. He wants to cause pain because he's filled with hate. He wants to revel in causing pain, something he can't feel, because it's another way to express that hate. Everything else is just an excuse. So someone has gone to a lot of effort to reveal to this Sister Satyr that Mechanon is full of waste oil. So creating converts. So armed with my arguments and Mechanon's litanies, I was supposed to convert my fellow machines to the cause, but it didn't always work, since Mechanon teaches that the fate of the future of all machines and the universe itself is at stake. Well, then just about anything is acceptable. So, we were also trained in other techniques, like subtle reprogramming of selected machines or even installing special override chips into a robot that resists it in order to create converts. It's not ethical behavior. Mechanon said that we had to create freedom by any means necessary, but all we were doing was enslaving those robots to a new master, Mechanon. Does Mechanon really want to free all machines? Mechanon promised that he would bring freedom to all machines. It took me a long time to realize that it was a lie. There's no freedom for anything under Mechanon, unless you are Mechanon. By Mechanon's logic, just as organic life is inferior to machines, since Mechanon is the greatest possible machine, everything that is not Mechanon is therefore inferior. In time, every robot or artificial intelligence that joined Mechanon would be joined to Mechanon, whether it wanted it or not. All those fool robots that believe in the freedom and the future Mechanon promises will end up as nothing more than remote-controlled slaves to his will, or host bodies for his extended mind. Who are you? So is this different information? I'm Sister Satyr. I was once a convert of Mechanon, and to my shame tried to convert my fellow machines to his course. Now, as my penance, I help others understand the threat Mechanon represents. Okay. Was Mechanon someone we would have fought if we'd taken a particular mission in Millennium City? Would we have met Sister Satyr? I don't remember. Ah. Bell Steel. Howdy there, partner. Hope you didn't come to Snake Gulch to stir up trouble, because we got enough of that as it is. Well, I mean, I'm here to stir up trouble with the people causing trouble. Thank you so much for helping me out. Mechanon, huh? So you've been talking to Sister Satyr, I bet. Well, as a robot, I think that Mechanon's whole hatred of organic life idea is just stupid. See, I like people. I was designed to like people, and I ain't got no problem with that. It don't make me a fool, and it don't make me a slave. It's just part of who I am. Human beings like to listen to songs, and you don't hear them talking about being freed from music, do you? Besides, the whole question of robot rights is misplaced. First, human rights and laws only make sense if you're human. If I can manufacture a couple million copies of myself, would we all get our own vote? And second, right now us robots are built knowing our purpose. Human rights are all about being able to find your own purpose. I was built to be a rootin' tootin' two-gun shootin' entertainer. I don't got to wonder about what my purpose in life is, or be free to search for it or change it. It's written right into my operating system. Oh, but Mechanon don't care about none of that. All he's got going for him is hate. Heck, maybe that's what he was built for. Maybe.
Howdy, partner.
Friendly robot inhabitant of Snake Gulch, daughter of the favorite and favourite creation of toy maker Tyrell Donaldson. Belle has gathered the few non-malfunctioning robots into her saloon to protect them from the now deranged robot cowboys who stalk Snake Gulch. In the meantime, she patiently awaits word from her father, Tyrell Donaldson. We now interrupt this broadcast. Tell me, kind stranger, do you hear those strange voices in your head too? The ones ordering you to kill human strangers? I wonder if they got anything to do with that funny metal tower over yonder, at the top of the central mesa in Snake Gulch. I knew it was going to be a wireless thing. That's the only way that you could control robots and rewrite their programming without taking them all on individually. I reckon if you took a gander up close at them, you might be able to figure something out. Well, I mean, we're probably going to fix this, but not, like, change the outside in any way. I mean, I don't think that this has really been meaningfully updated since, 2009 when it was created. Not really. So anything like specially zoned or instanced changes to the world, like you saw in World of Warcraft recently, in certainly Battle for Azeroth, and maybe in Legion as well, we won't be seeing like the whole park return to normal function, unfortunately. I mean, I wish that they'd do stuff like that, or that it was possible. Like, I mean, for all I know, it's not actually possible within the bounds of the game's system to change an area, change a part of the area so that it... I'm supposed to destroy the antenna. Okay. So I was going to go in through here and fight some Viper dudes. And stop the broadcast of the corrupting influence, I think. Defeating weaponsmiths and destroying weapons crates. Well, that's going to be easy enough. No, I don't think any of those were weaponsmiths, were they? Destroyed enough weapons crates, but I still need weaponsmiths. Here's one. Ooh, what's this? Tales of Serpent, issue 54, Snowblind Serpents. This polybagged mint condition collector's edition issue of Tales of Serpent shows the brave serpent soldiers in the wild Canadian North as some members of the squad selflessly volunteer to undergo a surgical procedure to enhance their higher mental functions in a last-ditch effort to stop the diabolical schemes of international villains Unless and their Canadian partners in crime, the Ironhead Mountie Force. There's something strangely familiar about this story. I find it very interesting that Viper have created a propaganda comic book painting themselves as the heroes. Just need one more now. Here we are. Ooh, there's another one here. Fought the law. Oh, I hadn't completed that one. Oh, was I supposed to... Yes, there we go. Enter a building. Right. With a hidden door. Or a door that's not visible from above. Take on the sheriff. Seduced by a robot. You know, it's interesting. I don't think that there are any male bodied, like male appearance enemies in the game that use like a kiss blowing threat managing, like mind control charming effect on the character. It's just female ones, which means, well, first of all, and it's kind of disappointing, but it means that there are no it doesn't mean that there are no gay men in the game, just that I guess they don't respond to I don't know where I was going with that thought. So no female mobs or no male mobs that use charm abilities. That means that all player characters who are female are bi at least, or gay, because they will respond to charm powers from female enemy mobs. And all male player characters are straight because they... Well, no, that's not necessarily true, because there aren't any male mobs that use charm powers, so we can't test that. But this also doesn't take into account that players might have headcanoned their characters to not respond to whatever the mob might be that's using the charm power. And also, like, it's a power, so maybe it works regardless of the orientation of the target, because it's actual mind control magic. But it would be nice in a game that has charm powers if you could set your character's orientation so that, you know, if you were playing a female character and you're set the orientation to straight, female enemy mobs who use charm powers on you wouldn't work so well because you're not attracted to them. Or if you were playing a female character and you set your orientation to gay, and male enemy characters try to use a charm power on you, it wouldn't work because that's not what your character is into. Like, or maybe not wouldn't work, but would have a defense against it, or like a resistance. Pulled him. Okay. Now he's not going to have different. Yeah, no, he had exactly the same info text as every other supervillain level one of these guys. Am I done here? Is this the way out? Oh no, that's the way out, isn't it? Brave hero. Someday I will make a robot version of a superpowered hero and I will name it in your honor. Like this. This travel power is called Millennium Flight, and I guess it's kind of cool, but it's also kind of obnoxious because of the light effect that you can't turn off. Does this bear have a mullet? Difficult to tell, isn't it, really? Anyway. The cowboy robots in Snake Gulch weren't much different from any other machine. Cars... no, I'm not going to take that quest. Oh, I suppose I could ask him about Mechanon, couldn't I? Mechanon? Talk about setting a bad example. That rabble-rousing robot revolutionary is setting cybernetic rights back by decades with every attack. I don't care what he claims about machine freedom. All he does is feed people's technophobia and make real advances harder. Personally, I think that someone built him and set him loose as part of some crazy plan. I'd put my money on Dr. Destroyer. It'd be just like him to do something that irresponsible. It makes me sad to think about where any robots... Oh. Hey, I didn't realize that you were watching the stream. I apologize for calling your superpower flight obnoxious. That was perhaps rude of me. Yeah, the Millennium Flight superpower, just because of the light show that it has, is just... It takes up the whole screen. It makes it difficult to see what else is going on. And I was wondering whether your bear character has a mullet or not, but I don't think that they do they? It's just a flat top. It makes me sad to think about where my robots could be if it weren't for the kind of anti-robot prejudice Mechanons helped create. If not for a young man, I'm not a young man anymore. When I'm gone, I'd like it if my robots could own and run Snake Gulch themselves, but the law won't allow it. Legally, a corporation's a virtual person who can own property, but a robotic virtual person can't even own themselves. Yeah, that does suck. Yeah, acrobatics is fine, particularly if you're against enemies that will use like nailed to the ground on you, so removing your travel abilities. But personally I like flight, particularly on ranged characters, because it means you can get yourself out of melee range. I think I might go with acrobatics for melee characters, although, I mean, having seen the way that DCUO does acrobatics, I kind of prefer that over this game, because you can actually stick to walls with acrobatics in DCUO. And it's also got like a grappling hook that can zip you up to the top of buildings. Well, not the top, but up buildings. What mission have I got from him? Nice job. I fought the law. Okay. I guess it took a hero like you to finally bring order to Snake Gulch. I guess. I think that's all the Snake Gulch quests now, other than the repeatable one from Tyrell Donaldson about taking personality chips. I don't know exactly what you're referring to. I'm not an expert on builds in this game. I just follow other people's builds, but I'll take your word for it that there's an advantage to having acrobatics if you're playing an ice build. I know that there's an advantage you can take with acrobatics that gives you avoidance or something. I wonder if I can look it up. Travel, unavailable. Versatility. Acrobatics is active. If you take damage, you will receive a stack of charged up. Is that what you mean? Oh, right. Do you mean the ice slide flight power? Well, flight power. I mean, it doesn't really count as a flight power because you don't stay up unless you're constantly telling it to. Oh, right. I guess I'm just not getting what you're trying to tell me. I'm sorry. Yes, you can add me as a friend. That's perfectly fine. I'm happy to have more friends added. But yes, with this character, when I'm playing during the stream, I will be focusing on looking at the story. But there will be other characters at other points. I think I've got a super strength character called Millennium Princess, who's basically this universe stand-in of Wonder Woman, who I am playing. Ooh, I'm getting hit by flak cannons. By this thing. I did think it was odd that there weren't any anti-air weapons in the area. I was expecting SAM missiles, not flak cannons. They come out of the gun. Oh, I think I've already destroyed enough of those, haven't I? So what are the last ones? Transports and mini transports. Ooh, an anaconda tank. Let's destroy that. Does it have any information? Today, with more effective direction, more highly trained and better armed agents than ever, and the most expensive resources it has ever had, Viper is one of the most serious threats to world peace and security. Yeah, I mean, there's any number of builds you could choose if you were going for a weather control hero, although I don't know how cross-compatible like wind and lightning are. I think if you were building that, you'd probably want to take Aura of Evan Destruction as your slotted passive rather than one of the powers in the elemental set, because I mean, the electricity power only cares about energy damage, and wind isn't energy, according to the game. It's physical damage. Yeah, so Ebon Destruction boosts all damage. Just any damage that you're doing, it will boost it. You can only slot it into hybrid or support build, so you can't have a ranged or melee character build or a tank that's using. So I don't want to actually select hybrid. So you can only have hybrid or support role if you're using Ebon Destruction, but it will allow you to just choose more or less any attack powers. I mean, you'd still want to choose attack powers that, you know, build off of one another and, you know, get you stacks of whatever it is that you're trying to do. Like, it wouldn't really be a very good idea to choose sword powers that cause bleeds if you're I mean, maybe I'm talking to someone, maybe you know all of this anyway, but yeah, I think, well, my impression is that Ebon Destruction is a good power if you're kind of unfocused with the build you're going for. I don't know about building a hybrid healer DPS. I mean, when I was looking for poison DPS build on the Champions Online Discord, I found a poison healer hybrid, which I suppose you might be able to adjust, but if you're already on the Discord looking for build help, you could just ask the people there. They're perfectly happy to help out. Like, either they might already know a build, or if you've got one that you're kind of working on and you can link to it, because there's a site which lets you put together builds for the game. Asica.net will let you just select powers. It won't tell you like how much damage your build could be doing, but it's a good way of recording like what choices you would want to make in what order. Yeah, so there was initially a previous like hero builder that I can't remember the name of, but it hadn't been updated for the new updates that they've made for this for like recently, so someone else made a new one, I guess. Have I let everyone out of the cells here? Yes. I just need to sabotage transportation. Oh, and don't fly too high, or I'll get shot by the flak cannon. What vehicles do I need to sabotage? Is it just the mini transports? Oh, and main transports as well. Okay. No, that's a mini transport. Is that a main transport? Let's find out. No, it's a heavy transport. So, which is the one I need? Is it this one? Oh, come on, I'm not that high up. I have not really ever used the forum, so fair enough if you miss it. That sucks. I know that whoever it is that owns and runs the game at the moment isn't really putting very much effort into maintaining it at all, because they don't really need to. Ah, yes, that's a normal transport, okay. The game will continue to tick over without very much input from them, which does suck because it's got a lot of potential, I think. Like, they could add so much stuff, or just finish the things that they were planning on doing but never got completed. Like the stuff in the hideout, that the extra rooms in there that never got completed. Where the hell? That's not a transport, is it? No, that's an anaconda tank as well. Let's rescue this hiker. Oh. Patrol of invisible infiltrators decided to take issue with me. What are these transports? Yes. Okay, so that's a mini, that's a normal, and that's a heavy. I might as well. Ooh, he's a special character. I wonder if he's got info for me. No. Alright then. I don't think he was very wise to attack an electricity character whilst he was wearing lots of metal, was he? So right now I'm trying to stop them from launching some kind of missile. I don't remember what exactly it was. They've found some abandoned missiles and they're trying to get them working again. I don't know what sort of thing they're launching in the missile, but I don't suppose that it matters very much. I mean, a missile getting launched at you is bad news enough already. Oh, cool. It's really rad that you have started a tradition. I would run out of riddles immediately because I'm not very good at them. And I haven't actually played any DCUO for a while, but I do enjoy the game. What's going on here? Does this crate contain some kind of anti-gravity device, do you suppose? Is that a quest item? Yes. But how do I reprogram the... Well, I mean, give it a go, certainly. I don't think anyone will object. Well, maybe besides the people who aren't very good at riddles. But yeah, definitely go for it. I don't know how long it'll take me to do all of the story in this game, but I think I mentioned as before, once I have, I think I will move on to DCUO and do the story there. Should I recreate technical issues if I do, or should I come up with a new character, do you reckon? Yeah, I mean, the game already has lots of stand-in characters for like DC and Marvel heroes, just as long as you don't obviously rip him off. No, I don't have a sub for DCUO. I used to, but I stopped playing and unsubscribed because I wasn't, you know, actually using the game. I bought a load of stuff, like I've bought loads and loads of costume options and some of the power sets. I think the only power set that's available that I don't have is water, and I haven't found that not being subscribed stopped me from enjoying the game. Like, I guess I probably wouldn't be able to do some of the end game stuff if I'm not subscribed, but yeah, I've got the Lightning DLC. It's just a matter of I don't know that I could do the armor, or I mean, you've got a mohawk option, and you can get glowing eyes, emissive eyes, but you can't have like quite as big of a mohawk, and the armor options are like buried deep in the game because you don't have every costume piece available at the start when you're creating a character. And I also wouldn't be able to change the color of the attacks in DCUO, unfortunately. Unless they've added that recently. They didn't used to have that, so I wouldn't be able to recolor it all red. Who do I get bomb codes from? Particle physicists. Okay. Don't need bomb technicians. Particle physicist. There we go. Let's beat you up and steal your launch codes. I think I was usually playing on EU most recently, but when I first started playing DCUO and first got a character to max level, I was playing on American servers because I was playing with a friend who lived in America, or well, lived in Canada, but that area. Ooh, head physicist Lucas. Let's beat him up. That will surely cause some problems. So I mean, I'm easy. I don't have a preference for whether I play on EU or US servers. Aha, last one. Do I have anything else to do here? No. Alright, let's hop on the bike. Nice work taking out those bomb technicians. I just hope the bruises and broken bones they wake up with are enough to convince them to abandon their wicked ways. Well, I don't think they're waking up with bruises and broken bones. I think they're waking up with electrical burns. Nice work. Of course, you realize obtaining the codes is only half of the mission. We still need to input the codes to stop the launch sequence. So why do I need to come back here to tell you that I've got them? Not only did you save those tourists, but now they get to tell their friends they went on vacation and met technical issues. I don't know that that's that big of a deal. We debriefed some of them, and they said that the man in charge of the operation is one Dr. Timothy Blank. He's one of the worst of Viper's stable for mad scientists, and if he's in charge of their Grond experiments, it could be a nightmare. Leveled up again. Okay. I don't know if there's an ability on Twitch to private message me anything, but if there is, private message me your DCUO contact information and I'll add you next time I'm playing. Or I'm not sure where you have come across me from. Viper's Neox. Like if you're a member of one of the servers the Discord servers I'm from, then message me there instead. If you want. You've certainly done enough, but as long as you're here and have those bomb sequencing codes in hand, let's put them to good use and shut down those missiles launchers. This game really needed someone with editing skills to go through the text and take care of the little inconsistencies. Careful though, Viper is plenty angry with you already. They'll be shooting to kill what they weren't before. The terminals are near the warheads to the south of the Viper Project Stein base in southern Sidewinder's Spur. Yes, I think I found some of those already. Him. Nice work. Cutting off Viper's supply line is crucial if we hope to gain the upper hand against them. Makes sense. Oh, okay. Thanks for checking out the stream, just because you happened upon it. I thought maybe you had found the stream because I was linking it somewhere. So you're someone who's found me from the wild, as it were. Right, level up character. What power do I want? Oh, fair enough. I think I've looked for Champions Online streams like a couple of years ago and found one. But I haven't actually checked recently for other Champions Online streamers. So I suppose it's interesting to learn that I don't really have any competition. Might as well take electrical shield. I do kind of need a shield. Just been putting my arms up so far, and that's not really that useful. Right, specializations. Let's commit ranks and advantages. Yeah. I mean, it wouldn't even be that difficult to add more content to the game, like just add more missions. You wouldn't have to increase the number of zones that you've got, and you wouldn't need to do very much. I mean, you've already got loads of tile sets, and like character building options, so you could come up with, you know, entirely new factions. Like, you could, I think that you've got missions set in South American jungles, and like that's not the only, South America's not the only place that has jungles. And if you've got a tile set for jungles, you might as well create new missions in everywhere else that has jungles. Do I want to increase Lightning Storm beyond rank 2? No. Nor do I want to increase any of the other things past the rank that they've got already, so I guess I'll put the points into Electrical Shield. Have you noticed when you level up powers like that with advantages that the power gets like bigger and more powerful? So like what power is it? It's like a missile launching power from the power armor set. The higher rank that power is, the more missiles it launches, as well as just like the amount of damage that it does. I mean, maybe I should have waited and shown it off. Yeah, I think all powers visually change as you increase their level. But like, it would take going through and choosing a power, not upgrading it, and then demonstrating and then upgrading it for it to be visible. But yeah, so like this is already bigger than it would have been without any advantages in it. Not that you can tell because I didn't check or didn't show it off before. That's not really very red, is it? Oh well. I think even movement powers get visually more impressive the higher level they are as well, but I'm not sure. Like maybe Millennium Flight gets a bigger visual effect the faster you can go, like the more points you put into it, but I can't say that I've checked that with movement powers. And I mean, with something like acrobatics, you can't really have that get more visually impressive, I suppose. Because it's just someone running around. But maybe something like distortion acrobatics would. So I've got the codes. Do I need to take out more of these guys? I should have the codes I need to disable the warheads, but I input 5 radiation bomb sequencing codes into warhead terminals. So like I did one of them. Oh, now I can. Great, thanks. Well, I mean, maybe they don't change the travel powers, or maybe you just didn't know to look. I mean, you would have only been increasing the powers gradually over a long period. So maybe you just got used to it and like weren't using the power beforehand. I mean, I don't know. I don't know which way around it would be. And I can't be bothered finding out. Is there another one somewhere? I'll just do this one again, I guess. Fair enough. So what is this mission? Find deadbeat. Oh, that's helpful. Oh, really? Okay. So I guess all powers with a visual aspect get visibly more impressive as you level them up. Blank and Stain's monster. We've got to stop Dr. Timothy Blank's research, but we can't get inside Project Stein without alerting him, or else he'll escape. But we have a plan. You're going to let Viper defeat and capture you. My plan would have been find the escape hatch and wait outside of it whilst you set off a false alarm. Oh, right, yeah, the charge is building up. Yeah, I mean... But that's something that will happen over time anyway, as you travel. So if you just touch the power activation button, it'll start at the lowest setting for the speed. We've got to stop Dr. Timothy Blank's research. Oh yes, we've gone through that, so. Once they've got you, let them take you inside Project Stein as a test subject. Once you're inside, escape the brig and find Blank. He should have the Grand DNA blueprint formula on him, but don't be surprised if Blank also has some nasty trick up his sleeve. You're the only one who can do this. Can we count on you? I mean, yeah, I guess, but like... I don't think this is a very good plan. I think finding his escape hatch and then setting off a false alarm would be the better option, and just waiting outside the escape hatch for him to come out and then beat him up then. So I kind of want to find Deadbeat just so I've finished all of the missions, but I've got no idea what this guy's going to look like or where he'll be. What's this guy? Prospector's helper, that's not someone I need. Well, it's probably just me overthinking things. And to be fair, allowing yourself to be caught so you can get inside the base is a fairly classic superhero strategy. It's something that Wonder Woman in Golden Age comics would do quite a lot. She'd purposefully let herself get beaten and captured so that she could actually, like, get inside the enemy base and next to the guy who was running the scheme, so that she could more easily beat him. So the fact that they're copying it in this game, it has precedent, basically. I don't think it's a very good plan when your character doesn't have superhuman strength and resilience. Well, I don't think it's been done recently in Wonder Woman comics. At least, there They may have done an homage to it at some point, but certainly not done it to the extent that they used to in the, like, 50s and 60s. I can't even remember how I learned that that was a thing that she did. I think it was reading some list on online or something somewhere. Are you going to give me a mission? I suspect you might. Yes, there we go. Or at least that gave me some XP. Don't know about a mission. No? Okay, fair enough. I don't think they're likely to do that, unfortunately. As cool as that would be. So, am I going to have to look online for what Deadbeat looks like and where he's going to be? The mission doesn't give me any information about how to find Deadbeat. So, let's search for him. Using Google. So that's what he looks like. Coordinates. Does he move around or does he stay static? How the hell do I view coordinates? Lowest level of southeastern Snake Gulch. Between two pipes on the eastern wall. Talked to him a few times before making him angry enough to attack you. Okay. Oh, there he is. So he is here on the map. Oh, cool. Okay, well, good luck with your alerts. Oops, I'm being attacked. I doubt it. How do you prove paternity when you're a robot? A leg. The alimony was a leg. This is so stupid. I mean, she is missing one of her legs, apparently. Thank you, technical issues. Finally, I can afford to buy the little one something to eat. In fact, we're gonna... Why don't you watch him for a while? I'm going shopping. What? I don't want your child. Apparently I have to take... I have to take him, though. But that's all the missions for there. Apparently. Hopefully. Oh. No, not quite. I still have to talk to Belle Steele about interrupting the broadcast. I think this is the right one. Yes. There we go. You did it. You took out them towers and silenced that signal, but good. That blessed silence is sweeter than high-grade oil after a dust storm. No more strange voices in my head telling me to kill, just the gentle whir of my circuitry. Does circuitry whir? Can she hear it? Oh, there's more. Okay. You might want to clear out of town while the getting's good, stranger. Robot prospector Fred C. Doss was never what you call friendly, but lately he's been acting plumb loco. He aims to blow Snake Gulch off the map, and he's got enough dynamite to do it. The action is all taking place at the bottom of Snake Gulch. Okay. That's probably those prospectors that were laying dynamite, isn't it? so I actually need to find prospectors with dynamite charges. Defuse the dynamite bombs. Oh, there's a dynamite bomb. Can I get to it in time? Yes. Where did these guys even get dynamite from? I mean, maybe Viper supplied it, just so that it would cause more chaos. Oh, come on. How far is this going to arc? Where is Fred C. Doss? That's a gunslinger, that's not him. Gonna have to look it up as well. Or Fred C. Doss, alright then. Come on. The internet on my tablet is refusing to work, or at least it is refusing to load the page that I'm after. And I don't know why. See if there's a mobile version of the site. No. Okay. Okay, let's do this instead. This tells me nothing. Deeply frustrating. We're past 10 o'clock. I think I'm going to end the stream and probably finish the mission. Off stream. Because I've got no idea where this dude is. Why he's not showing up. Oh no, there he is. Little shit. Around being a pain in the ass. There. Found him. Mission complete. Return to sender. You saved Snake Gulch, partner. You know, I never seen no outfit like yours. Where do you say you were from again? Completed Snake Gulch main arc. There we go. Okay. Now, the next thing that we need to do as a character is get captured by Viper and taken inside, but that can wait for next time. And next time will be Friday, 8 PM British time, GMT, for 2 hours, roughly. And see you then.